Well, hello, Patrick Sherney here at 3P Consulting. Thank you so much for downloading the 5 Minute Forecast. I believe these next 5 minutes are going to be the best 5 minutes you spend in and on your business in this coming week, and actually maybe even the coming month. And I know it's going to be the best 5 minute investment you can make for next year in your business because I have come to believe that the financial forecast is the foundational tool to help business owners become more confident with their numbers so they can take a decent paycheck, increase cash flow and increase profitability. And when you go through this process, you're going to be able to identify at a minimum, 25 to 75K additional profit back into your back into your pocket as an owner. And for the larger businesses over a couple million, that number is typically six figures. And so I know in school, textbooks are not enough, that you need teachers. And so if you've tried other things in your business, then I'm going to show you as a teacher today how you can go ahead and you can build a financial forecast with your existing accounting software using your historical numbers. You don't have to be a CFO, you don't have to be an accountant, and you don't have to get bogged down in complicated spreadsheets. I know this to be true because I've been helping many customers do this. And so I should just tell you, I started my business 4 years ago after spending 30 years in the banking industry, where I helped thousands of business owners across hundreds of industries. I reviewed thousands of financial statements, and I sat on senior loan committee. And I know this to be true, that finance is the language of business. And so as a teacher by nature, I'm excited to share with you a step-by-step guide on how to put this report into your hands. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started? I'm going to move my big head down here, and I've gone ahead and I've already opened up my accounting software. I use QuickBooks, but whatever you use, you should be able to export a report to Excel. That's where the power of this thing is. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you, like, once you have this report, sort of what you can do next. So I've gone ahead and already set my report, but I want you to pull the profit and loss by month report. That's the key one. So like I said, I've already got mine, and I'm going to open it up. And you can choose any 12-month period. I chose all of 2021. It doesn't have to be a fiscal year, but just choose 12 months. I'll show you in a minute why it's not that critical which 12 months you choose. And then I want you to go over here to this little square box. And you see this drop down, export to Excel or PDF. If you've used this before, I'm going to show you a better way. If you've never used it, it's going to blow you away. I want you to export it to Excel, which I have already done. So I'm going to open that up, and you can see it here. Yes, I know these are my own numbers, but what are you going to do? So first thing I want you to do is just save the report, in its virgin form, in case you forget how to do this, and then go back and open up, and you can call it scenario number one, scenario number two. You can run various scenarios in here. So as a business owner, you're naturally creative. You have these ideas, you have this gut. Well, now we're going to take those ideas and we're going to put them into a financial forecast that's already built for you. So here we are in October of 2023 when I'm recording this. So we're going to be doing this for next year. You can go ahead and change the headers across the top. I'm not going to go ahead and take time to do all that, but that's going to be 2024. First, make sure the spreadsheet works. So how are we going to do that? We've got 218 in revenue and bottom line 106. Just go ahead and change one cell, put a big enough number in there just to make sure it works, and it does. So you can see I put 50,000 in there, and it moved the revenue number and profit number up by 50,000. So what I want you to do is I want you to start off, if you're doing under $1 million in revenue right now, I want you to add 10 to 30%, increase in revenue. If you're over 3 or 4 million in revenue, a 10% increase in revenue is going to be a lot bigger number. But I want you to start at least with a 10% revenue increase number to start playing with some numbers. And then I've highlighted a few of mine, but highlight your biggest expense categories and just set some parameters around those and some guardrails about where your spending is. But this is where the power of this thing is. You can say, hey, what if I hire somebody next June? And you can put their salary in here starting from June through December. What if I buy a certain piece of equipment? And you can start running some what if scenarios, which is really great. So I'm going to come back here to the accounting software page. But once you've pulled this, you can spend an hour or so with it, save it, come back to it later. And then you can take all that data and you can put it back into your accounting software. So when you run your reports next year, you can look at what you said you were going to do versus what you actually did. That's called a variance report. Super, super powerful. So what can you do next? If you're not already following me on LinkedIn, please do, where I share a lot of helpful tips and ideas for you. But also, if you're interested in finding out more, you can reach out to me and you can be part of the Financial Forecast Workshop, where I'll work with you one-on-one over 2 or 3 meetings to build this out so you can be more confident with your numbers and you can get that additional profit that you're looking for. So as a business owner, you're making a fair salary compared to like what you could be making if you didn't have this business and you work for somebody else, right? So I love helping business owners do that, and I would love to be able to help you. But for now, thank you so much for downloading the 5 Minute Forecast. I hope that you found this to be helpful. If so, please leave some comments below. Thank you.